Hi guys, this is Dr. Weyoms and I hope you are doing well. A happy new year once again, and this is going out to mentees and those who get to say, Dr. Weyoms, I need your help in one way or the other. Help me do this, help me to be accountable. So I'm just, instead of writing, which I would do after a while, maybe when I'm much settled in the year, I would write out some of these thoughts just to re-emphasize them. But today I just thought to share. Excuse me, I'm sounding like I'm talking through my nose. I have a cold. So today I just want to talk about, I know a lot of people are planning and saying this is my year for so many things, and it's really brilliant. Whereas some people are anxious, and I also understand that people can be anxious about their growth, about their development. So today that's why we're talking about what's holding you back from your personal development, especially your career development, because a lot of us are looking for money, a lot of us are looking for opportunities, and most of these opportunities that we ask God is, God give me a good job, God give me scholarship, God give me opportunities to showcase who I am, to become who you've designed for me to be. God give me an idea of startup, God give me this, God give me network of friends that would push me to be better. God give me this, God give me, there's a lot of long lists we sometimes tend to give to God, like we hope, we desire. So that's why. So what's holding back your career development is one thing that I'm going to talk about today. So I don't have all of the knowledge, I'm just sharing. And I got this from two of my coaches who coach me in terms of career development. So in the context of constant change, personal development is not just a nice to have thing, it is a must have kind of thing. So you don't say, oh, I want to develop in my career, but you don't deprioritize your career change, your career development. You have to be very, very crucial, intentional about it. I know the word intentional seems to be overused, but the reality is that you cannot deprioritize your career development. So one of the challenges is that our day-to-day life has taken over our improvement. So we see learning as very challenging, very difficult. We cannot learn outside the scope of what we have. Some of us have exams going on. Some of us have a strict kind of job role that won't allow us the time that we desire to actually study and learn new things. So we are kind of choked up with the day-to-day activities of life, and investing in our future is no longer something we put in the place of urgency. We put it at the bottom because of our day-to-day kind of life. So when we put ourselves last in, that means our career is going to stall. That means our skills are going to be stagnant. You might not see it like that, but the more you push all the God-given ideas, the more you push all the beautiful things God say, you can apply for this, you can start this. The more we put it, oh, I have this, I have that, and maybe I'll just stay in this place that I am, I'll just manage it. The more our skills become stagnant, and the more that means we're putting ourselves to be last, and our careers will stall, to be very honest. So you need to now think, what would you do differently this week? If you watch some of my videos, you realize I'm not a very keen person to say 100 days challenge, 90 days challenge. I'm very keen on my day to day, because one day can be different from the other day, next week can be different from this week. So what would you do differently this week if you put your career development first? So in terms of the readings that you're building, what's one thing I can do this week that will put my career development first? So one of the common challenge, or there are several challenges, and you might have your own challenge. You might say, Dr. Weyoms, I'm in Nigeria. Dr. Weyoms, I'm in a place where there is no development, and whatever it is. So they've clashed our common challenges into four. Number one is the when challenge, and it sounds like, oh, I'll get around my personal development when I have time. And then before you know it is June, before you know it February has ended, before you know it is 2025. Before you know it, you are like, like some people will say, the pandemic, I'm still in pre-pandemic, I've not got into post-pandemic, but the world is not waiting. So there's the when challenge. When would you do it? Is it when you finish your master's? Is it when you have your first salary? Is it when you have finished giving birth to all your children? When exactly? When would you have that time? I saw a lot of women will say, when I finish giving birth, that's when I'll start. By the time they give birth, now like, oh, when I finish training my kids, or oh, when I get to this, that's when they start pushing the time. The second challenge is the who challenge, and it sounds like I don't have anyone who is helping me develop my skills. I don't have anybody, I don't have any guide, there's nobody to look up to help me develop my skills. So I have that challenge. I cannot do it. There's nobody who's there to help me. There's nobody to help me. There's nobody that is a nurse near me. There's nobody that is like a mentor. There's nobody that's like a coach. There's nobody giving me all the stuff I need. The third one is the what challenge. The what challenge sounds like I'm not sure what I want to develop in. So some of us, we are very multi-potential. We have a lot of skills, a lot of gifts, a lot of talents, and then you're like, I'm not sure. Should I do user research? Should I go into full-time academic research? Should I, should I do my own startup? What should I develop in? Should I do more about writing? Should I develop my writing skills? Should I develop my skills in, whatever course you want? What should I pursue? So sometimes there is that challenge of what exactly should I do? So you're not sure what to develop in. You're not sure how to improve research skills. You're not sure whether you want to improve business skills. So you get to have that challenge. And the fourth challenge is the where. The where challenge sounds like there are no developmental opportunities, or there are no development opportunities where I work or where I study. There's no opportunity. We are just going to school. We are just going to work. There's no opportunities to grow. There are not this to this. Nigeria is very hard. I live in a place that is not bubbling like Lagos. I don't live in the capital. I live in the bush. So the weird challenge. Those are how it sounds like I don't have a place. So when you think about this, you start thinking, Dr. Weyoms, I now know where I fit. It can be all four, it can be one, it can be three. For me, I have a challenge with the what challenge. What do I develop myself in? Because I have a lot of things I do. 1 minute I'm a director, the next minute I'm a research fellow, the other minute I'm supporting people in different projects. So sometimes I'm like, what exactly am I developing? But this year I'm realizing I want to improve my writing skills, because I'm writing a lot of articles. So I want to improve my writing and my presentation skills. So now 4 actions of that you can try, and they are just ideas. You can decide that, Dr. Williams, it doesn't work for me. My case is very different from what you have said, and I will need to tailor my challenge. I will need to tailor my stuff to suit me. So 4 ideas of action. Number 1 is when using 5 minutes minute map, and that includes create a weekly diary, titled 5 minute mind map. And what you're going to do there is you're going to map out, okay, what exactly do I, when exactly do I want to start this thing? When exactly do I want, is it after my lunch? I will use 1 hour after my lunch, or 1 hour before my lunch, or I will do it after close of work, when children are sleeping. But you need to understand your patterns before you can decide in your 5 minutes map when. Then use the time to mind map your thoughts on one of the following questions, which is, what do I want to build a reputation for? What do I want to build a reputation for? Or who am I learning from? What gives me the most energy at work or at school? So 3 questions when you do a mind map, apart from knowing when do I want to learn, is who am I learning from? What do I want to build a reputation in? Some people want to build a reputation as researchers. Some people want to build a reputation as a mental health nurse. Some people want to build their reputation as, project facilitators in NGOs. Whatever it is, what gives you the most energy? When you're doing stuff, even if you're studying, what are you interested in? What are you looking around the globe? I'm interested in this thing. And who are you learning from? Who? We come back to another one, is who. When you end, so what? Now that I have known this thing, so what am I going to do? You then come to your who. Who would help you increase sideways. So sometimes we think only of career ladder. Sometimes you need to think like this, like wide like this. So set up a group you want to be part of, whatever group you have decided. I want to be part of this group. It could be your friends, it could be, people that you get to meet online, and then maximum five of them, and ask everyone to share one insight or one idea. Grow the group if you choose by inviting one person to join, just one. But the thing is, I would say keep it at five, because when you start getting too much, you start losing your accountability. Now you've set up the group, or you are in a group, so now you now start saying, I want support. Who is going to support me? And somebody's like, oh, maybe you should try this, maybe you should try that, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. So that would help you know, okay, what, maybe I'm only thinking like this. Are there ways I can think like wide and stretch sideways? Then what? Again, create a learning navigator. Write a list of one, the knowledge necessary for your job right now, or the job that you want to do right now, the knowledge necessary for your next role. So I'll give you an example. What is the job necessary for me now that I am a research fellow? I need to know about stakeholder engagement, report writing. I need to know about research skills. That is what I now need for my next role. My next role is quite ambitious. So one of my next role involves me improving my being a director of the NGO. I'm already doing that, but I want to be able to write research or articles, not just research articles, that expands more on projects, that helps me to write about the projects. That means whilst I'm designing and implementing or piloting projects, I'm able to tell the story. So I want the knowledge for my next show: storytelling, writing, presentation, and design, research design. That's what I need. What skills do I need to have? I need to have efficient writing skills, efficient presentation skills, whatever it is. The skills that are like aesthetics, I need to know how to design with different software tools. I need to know how to create really amazing slides. I need to know how to write wonderful proposals, pitching. I need to know how to pitch even online for people who might be interested in my work. Nice to have. Now pick one from each list to balance your learning. So pick one for the skills that are necessary now where you are. Maybe you're studying or you're anticipating. Pick one. The knowledge necessary for the next role, are you going to be learning on that? So I'm reading more leadership, more creative design, and buying more writing books because I want to improve on that. Presently, I'm also reading more on qualitative study because I want to be a qualitative researcher. What are the skills? I want to improve my presentation skills. What are the nice to have? Being a creative designer of workshops and all, that's nice to have for me. So that has balanced my list. Now where? You have to prototype your progression. Think about an internal opportunity you are interested in. Within your caucus, there may be jobs that may be coming up, or you think externally, okay, where are the opportunities, where are the scholarships, where are the stuff like that, where are they and where can I find them? This opportunity is important to me because now there are a lot of opportunities that are going to come in within now and April. A lot of research calls, a lot of gigs, a lot of things, trainings, a lot of that. One thing I want you to look at is, whilst these trainings are coming up, whilst we are very excited that there's a call, there's a grant, how does that apply really to your career development or your personal development? Because a lot of times a lot of us rush, especially those of us who are in research and into project plannings and all that. We get to rush and get to apply for 5, 6, 7, and sometimes we write different proposals and we feel shaky and not confident. But when you spend your time and say, I'm only going to put out 2 or 3 proposals this year because I'm aiming to see that I get them. It's okay to have lots of numerous ones, but are your ideas the same? Do they have connecting dots? 1 minute you are talking about smoking, the next minute you are talking about planetary health. In 1 minute you are talking about bioscience, the next minute you are talking about, diagnostics using, AI. How do this connect? Whatever you are writing, whatever you are applying for, do they have a connection? Do they have a connecting story? Or when you now get into it, you're like, nah, this is not really my thing. I think I'm wasting my time, but I'm doing it for the gram. So this opportunity is important to me because it will improve my leadership skills. It will give me an opportunity to interact with people in the field that I want to. Identify 3 ways you can get closer to your important outcome. How do I get to achieve these leadership skills or these networking skills? How do I become a better writer? Oh, I will be writing more using Medium. I will be writing more using LinkedIn. I will be sharing on LinkedIn. Oh, I want this opportunity will help me build my brand. Yes, I will be doing X, Y, Z. 3, don't go beyond that. So that's how you are going to restrict or break forth from that barriers that, oh, when am I going to do this? Who is going to help me develop? What am I supposed to develop in? Where am I supposed to do it? Where? Is it that you are doing it internally in the place where you are working, where you are studying, or you are doing externally? You're thinking globally, Africa, Nigeria, you're thinking about that. So your coach questions are: what do I want to build for a reputation? Who am I learning from? What gives me the most energy? What gingers me to work? And I hope that even with this 17 or 18 minutes video, you are able to learn something. You can always send me a message to Weyoms. This, it might not work for me. This, it might work for me. Let me hear from you. Let me know. I know that a lot of you are shy. You don't come aside to talk. You don't say a lot of things. You just silent in the groups. But I want you to be able to come out and say, I want to do this. I want to be able to do this. Dr. Weyoms, I am doing this. That's why you're under mentorship. It's not for me to feed you. It's for me to say, this is what I think. And you're like, Dr. Weyoms, I've tried it in my work. It's working. Or Dr. Weyoms is not working and it went the other way. Share your experiences. People are looking for lived experiences, so that they'll be able to know, oh, I can become this thing that I'm dreaming about, that God is showing to me. And nothing should hold you back from your career development this year. I hope this is helpful. Have an amazing day. Bye.